is going to get locked in here for Glory Awaits Us.
Yeah, I like the Lumber Wonder Woman combo coming in from Glory Awaits Us. It's going to allow them to counter-initiate more than anything. They can still go for picks as well, even Lumber's ult because of the low cooldown. It's pretty wise to use it as picks if you see one coming. Ooh, and then we're going to see that Cricknack coming out once again for Immortals.
So Cricknack was picked in Game 2 of the Week 1 finals. He was obviously jungled by KZ Fox on Immortals, and this is where things are potentially scary because he had, I believe he went something like 11-0 and 7 or
yeah,
something along those lines. It was an unbelievable stat line.
Hanging out in enemy territory. They're not even caring about any other plays. We see the Cricknack jumping in.
Gonna be able to, Bay is gonna be finding himself off a little bit too far than what he wants. And just like that, 80s hero is gonna be able to take him down.
But X tiers might be in some trouble.
Jungle 20C is gonna try to see if he can get himself off a little bit of extra damage on it. Don't know if they want to dive. Oh, they do decide to be able to get it off. And so now we're at the 4-minute mark. Immortals is up a hearty 1,000 gold, and they're going to be more as Bay is going to get caught out immediately going down to Beg. And here we are talking about the timings that Immortals has. Their early aggression coming in very strong. Jungle 20cc as well as you is going to have to be forced to walk away. Sage buff is theirs, denied again from Glory Awaits Us. Things are happening in the favor of Immortals, and it's slowly starving out. Bay is still level 5, hasn't yet got to that level 6 as the rest of his team is level 8, but a nice little rebuttal there by Glory Awaits Us. They're able to get themselves that mid-turn. Jungle 20C is able to take down Bobo.
It's fights like these where they get a single kill. It's when they go in and steal one buff, but that repeats 5 times.
IMT going to end up picking up that kill onto 911. It goes into the pockets of 80s hero, and now Jungle 20C
down so that you don't have an opportunity to dive. It might not, always get the kill, but if you're out of the fight, if you have to go back, you have to heal, that's going to be dangerous. 80s hero does blink out, but gets knocked up.
Oh, the lasso misses just enough, but Preda is on the backside, going to be able to try to flicker. Not enough damage to have it, but Beg in the meanwhile is going to do everything he can, but Ormar is going to go down. That Viking Santa Claus is not going to be delivering presents today, as KZ Fox is going to have to be forced to jump around as well in these little skirmishes because they know that mechanical strength is what Immortals have at their disposal.
Yeah, and Glory Awaits Us. Ooh, the Preda gets caught out. That's going to hurt a little bit. I mean, sure, you still have the Violet to do damage, but even Violet goes down a little too early going to the lane on her own.
80s hero is still left alive to be able to do all the pieces of damage that he wants. 911 is going to go down to Beg, and just like that, the Immortals strike back. They secure themselves a very fast turret.
Starting to do some damage. I mean, we see, of course, the Ramp Rain and the Soul Reaver coming in, now trying to build towards that crit chance, but it's not enough just yet.
You do still have a punish available onto the Cricknack if he decides to jump in and try to get one, but some great zoning out by the CLZ and the Omen. Bay as well. The tower defense turret in the bot lane. So a great effort for the members of Immortals to get that split push as much as possible. They're going to chase and try to do everything they can to stop these back timers. Meanwhile, you've got a beautiful effort on that bottom side. High ground turret goes down for the Zuka.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Violet wasn't able to stay alive, and 80s hero is still alive, eventually will go down, but probably survived way longer than he should have. But Bobo's been hiding behind enemy lines, doesn't get the stun.
Unfortunate decisions that has allowed them to do it, but here we go. Now is the time for Immortals to strike. X-Tiers finds himself a little bit too far in the front. He's going to go down to Preda, and just like that, multiple members go down. Glory Awaits Us are able to have a nice little rebuttal. The tower goes down, but lives are lost by the Immortals.
Every time, and we're already in the lead in terms of objectives. Regardless of gold or anything else, we might be able to close this out early.
Yeah, but getting yourself caught out like that's not the way that you need to do it. Bobo is going to sit on a 40-second death timer as the lasso comes out and is going to be able to hit 80s here. He's not going to be able to blink away just enough. Jungle 20C is going to get that last hop down to be able to take him down indeed, and so it's going to be 2 mid-turrets have been done and decided. High ground turret down in the mid lane.
Are pushing at the enemy base, and if that's not doable, they just gotta play the patience game. Cricknack trying to bring down the Preda, but doesn't get the kill.
Nope, but Preda is down to about 50% HP. 80s hero is gonna take a lot of damage, and that's gonna be Jungle 20C picking up that kill, and now the onslaught continues. Immortals is able to pick themselves up a kill. It's now a 1-for-1. The backline is being done upon IMT. Bobo is forced to help kite back with KZ Fox as he's about to go down. KZ Fox tries to get himself back in. Beg, meanwhile, picks up a kill onto the Omen. It's now a 3-for-3 in the favor of no one, but all the rather as X-Tiers is doing everything he can. Nice little lasso is able to pick up that kill, and just like that, It's going to be a 4-for-4 triple kill going in the hands of Glory Awaits Us, but they come out alive. And make sure that they ward themselves out. This is probably the most important battle. The winner of this next fight is more or less going to end up winning this game because both cores are wide open for both of these teams. KZ Fox is going to be forced to go away. Oh no! 80s Hero gets himself caught up. That is not where you want to be, buddy. He's going to get ripped to shreds, and now the rest of the Immortals are going to have to follow suit. Bobo very low in the backline. Beg going to pick up the kill onto 20C, but is it enough for the side of Immortals? KZ Fox picking up the kill onto the Preda. Health bars are very low, but it doesn't matter because it's Immortals that are going to come out ahead. 80s Hero sacrifice him life, but he's going to be the 80s hero for the side of Immortals. They're going to be able to pick up that kill. 4 kills down, and just like that, KZ Fox is going to ignore the Wonder Woman and try to finish this game.
Yeah, just bringing the core down a little low. More minions are pushing it. Immortals should be able to wrap this up. 80s Hero, for a second, it looked like the greatest mistake Immortals could make, but also with these Medallions of Troy and the Ancestral Glories coming out, they knew their warriors could stay in the fight.
Nice little roam around coming out of the lumbar. So they have the front line, they've got the split push, now they're going to have the damage to back it up.
Yeah, and we'll see how Immortals wraps this up. I mean, how are you going to utilize that max ultimate? One of the caveats to something like a global ultimate is that you also have to make sure that you're prepped to utilize it, right? It forces both teams to kind of put the focus on that one skill. And so we see the Thane coming out, Lubu. I mean, those are pretty safe picks in any composition, right? They both have some good crowd control, actually both going in different ways as well, right? One's more for kind of removing and shuffling the fight, and one's to jump in and lock someone down.
Preda being picked up, no surprise there. Again, wasn't a bad effort in the mid lane. You know, obviously the Preda doing well against the Tulin. Cricknack being taken away, so that way the Immortals can't play it. And Zill, someone that we haven't really focused on at all, didn't get played once over on the European side, but definitely still has the possibilities of popping off with the aggressive Immortals playstyle. They're trying to get themselves rotated around. You can see KZ Fox coming down on that Zill, and this is where the power of the Immortals early game composition is going to take over. It's knockup after knockup, and first blood goes over to KZ Fox. They're going to be able to ward off the remaining member. Jungle 20C is going to go down, but he is going to walk away with the Abyssal Dragon. Jungled up, but the jungled up is now Jungle 20C stealing away a little bit of the jungle. Bobo is going to find himself in a very difficult position, but here comes the team to help themselves out. Beg's going to get himself a 3-man knockup. Is he going to be able to get enough to get away? No, he's not, as Bay picks up that kill. Potentially so. Jungle 20C tries to wade off X tiers, but now you're going to have the multiple knockups by both of these team members. Here's where the big scuffle is going to happen. And look, there's the cross map from the Max that we were potentially talking about. Catches himself under the turn. He's got a nice little lunge to be able to pick up that kill onto Bay, and this is where Immortals is going to have to make a decision.
It was well timed, it was well positioned, but was it worth it? Especially with GAU poising for this dragon, can they get it?
Not sure if they're going to be able to have it.
No, Immortals takes it.
Yep, Jungle 20C not able to get the 2-for-2. He's going to go down 2 X tiers.
GAU just trying to keep up, trying to do what they can to get individual gold back up. This is the other thing we've noticed. Uh-oh, 80s here actually caught out a little bit.
Going to be able to get himself a couple little blinks and moves away as he's going to be able to get himself out of there. That mobility of 80's Hero 2 ability provides so much extra resources for him.
Rather than having some great fights and then ones where you're picked off first.
As now you're going to have Bay trying to get himself a little bit of a knockup, trying to help his Preda, but the big sword of Beg is going to be able to come down and just absolutely demolish him. Rocks turn to dust. Bay goes down, CLZ as well.
Everyone start to kind of hit their power spikes in terms of items. We do see that still coming strong. Oh, CLZ got caught out.
And just like that, the Omen spells Omen of Death for himself and KZ Fox. Look at that burst damage, but Bobo in the meanwhile, he's going to rock him, sock him, robot that man to death. Meanwhile, they're going to be able to get themselves a bottom turret, and this is where the onslaught of Immortals has begun.
Well played by everyone, but especially Bobo. We talked about that timing from the ultimate being a little difficult. Bobo had the right idea. They forced everyone from GAU to come bot side first, and then Bobo came in crashing and catching people off as they're trying to retreat. Immortals knows they have the lead.
And the sticking potential that he has at his disposal create leaps and bounds of advantages for the Immortals as they have secured themselves not only 1, but 2 high ground turrets and a couple kills to match. Bay is going to go down as well as the other members of Glory Awaits Waits us, and just like that, it was the slow roll, it was the wait, it was the patience, but Immortals finally got and their name said 2-0 over Gloria Waits us.
Yeah, and this was the type of win you want to see and you expect to see from Immortals. Just non-stop aggression that continues to give them a lead rather than going back and forth.